Today is day 12 in our 21 days of prayer and fasting devotional. We read from the Psalms today, and we also read from a part of Isaiah. And one of the key patterns and themes that I saw throughout it were these two words, be still. And so I want us to be able to resonate on that throughout this video and the rest of our day as well. If you know me, one of my very favorite shows of all time is the sitcom Seinfeld. It's famously described as a show about nothing. It actually ran for 9 seasons. There's replays all the time across different television stations. It's on Netflix and all the different streaming sites. It's a very popular show. If you haven't watched it, I suggest it. It's really funny. Some of the episodes are pretty bizarre. There's this episode where Kramer is actually gets to sit in on watching the surgery happen, and he's hacking on some candy, and then he drops a Junior Mint, and it actually lands inside the body of one of the people having surgery, and that person actually becomes better, and the doctors are just going crazy, and Kramer thinks that the Junior Mint that he dropped in actually helped this person. Another one is the pessimist of the show, George, and George actually decides to do the opposite of all of his instincts, and then he becomes almost overnight really popular, really successful, and it's just a really bizarre show. But the reason why people love it is because they feel like they have something to relate to within the ordinary things of life, even some of those days where it feels like we're just in the nothingness. It's one of my favorite shows. Sometimes our lives actually feel like we must have them packed with activity. We need to fill them up with drama. We need to fill it up with noise for it to somehow be meaningful. But God often works in what I would consider these nothing moments, the still moments of life. Many of us, this idea of being still, it's not a discipline, though, that comes naturally. We live in a culture and a world of fast-paced busyness, and in fact, we tend to celebrate that. But God invites us to a different kind of life. And so my prayer for you today is that you would choose to be still, to slow down, to take a break, to rest, to stop from the busyness of life, and just spend time in the presence of God. Today, as you pray, be still.